Hi guys, my name is Hadley and I own a channel called Theme Park Magic. I created this channel in 2017 to show my passion and love towards theme parks, and I've done many different types of videos in terms of content. I've done New to Ruins, which is a history video about theme parks. I've done vlogs, reviews, top 10 lists. The list honestly goes on for miles and miles, and if I'm honest, I kind of didn't want to make that content anymore. I've got a secret for you all, and this one may come as a bit of a shock. I don't know much about theme parks at all. A lot of people on YouTube like to talk about facts and history and everything about rides, and if I'm honest, I don't think I have the knowledge to be able to do that on my YouTube channel. That's why my channel's having a bit of a rebrand. For the people that maybe love theme parks for just the rides and what they are, like me, then I created this channel where you can just do that. You know, you don't have to worry about knowing all the facts and knowing all the history. You guys can just chill here and talk about what your favourite coasters are and, you know, just in general, the joy of theme parks. And once again, not worrying about, you know, oh, you didn't do this, you don't know anything. This is just a safe haven from all of that. Now, what makes this channel unique is I don't really think any channel's ever done that before, you know, stripped away from the facts and stripped away from everything else. And not just theme parks, I'll be doing a lot of different stuff, such as food review at the parks, which my good friend Coaster Jens has started, and I will hope to be joining him at some point with that. And also a load of different other stuff that I don't think anybody's ever done before. So if you guys like the sound of that, then welcome to Theme Park Magic, the channel dedicated to the general public. Now let's get started with the video, which is why the Smiler is one of not just the safest rides in the UK, but one of the safest rides in the world. In 2015 at the Alton Towers Resort, unfortunately there was a major crash and a lot of people had major injuries. Now this led to many critics and media hammering down the Smiler being dangerous and saying that it should close, and unfortunately that gave the Alton Towers Resort and the Smiler a really bad name. After this, a lot of people that aren't fans of theme parks eventually found out, and everyone says that the Smiler's a really dangerous ride and they would never go on it with their whole life. Now, number one, I wanted to get straight into it, and that is testing. Every day, the Alton Towers Resort have a whole morning of testing. This is testing all the rides, testing all the control booths, testing everything, and the Smiler has a lot of testing in the morning. Now, for those that may be wondering, why does the park always open at 9:30 and the rides only open at 10:30? Now, let me explain the reason for that. This is because of that testing, and once again, like I said, the Smiler has hundreds and even thousands of tests each morning, and if there is one red or orange light, which means a warning sign, the Smiler will close straight away. Not just the ride, but the testing will stop, everything will stop for the whole day, and the Smiler may not even open for that whole day. So the second thing I really wanted to talk about this whole ride in general is about the theming and the storytelling of it. So for those that may not know what theming is, it's kind of like props and, you know, the kind of whole general feel about a roller coaster, what the story is, what everything's going to happen on it. So things like Disneyland, you know, the massive castle, it's just a whole massive bit of theming. It's all to kind of add to the magic of the park and make the atmosphere really cool, and the Smiler is really good at this. So what they do is you go in the queue line, which is just a queue, and then you go into this this building, and then once you get in this building, there's a load of projections with like all different like hypnotic swirls. It's kind of like a weird wacky science experiment where a group called the Ministry of Joy try and make people smile, and that's really cool because here's a fun fact about the ride. I know I said I didn't know much about rides, but I know a little bit, don't worry guys. And that's that the G-force of the ride actually forces you to smile. And if you want a really good video about this, Blue Peter did a video on the Smiler, which I will link in the description for that. The second thing is about the ride itself. You know, it's 14 loops or 14 inversions, and it is really cool. And for a fun fact, it's actually record breaking, which is mental to think. So one of the loops is even indoors. You literally get out the station and there's already a loop, and that's really fun. And obviously, once again, there's like a load of lights going off in there. So yeah, now I think about it, maybe the epileptic bit. Yeah, I don't go on it if you're epileptic, guys, honestly, because that won't be a fun or safe ride. But Honestly, once again, I'm sure they'll be able to sort this out and, you know, make sure everything's all good. But there is 14 loops, and the track and the noise it makes, it goes brrrr. It's like a really nice kind of, it's a classic roller coaster noise. So if you think of theme parks, I'm sure you'll think of Smiler, and also all the sound effects it has on the ride. So for example, it has like a ha 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 ha, and like it has laughs and this smoke, and it's so cool. Please guys, I can't recommend enough. Go on the Smiler right now. Well, not right now, the parks haven't opened. So if you want to be part of that history, despite knowing about the crash, like I've just said, they do so many tests each day, which hopefully should encourage more people to go on it. But also the ride is record breaking. You want to be part of that history. I mean, I do. So being a part of that ride, being part of that community, being part of that build up, you know, rides don't last forever, remember guys. I mean, rides close, rides open, you know, rides get replaced for other rides. Maybe rides have an upgrade sometimes, you know. They never last, so you guys want to get on them as early as possible whilst they're still smooth, because trust me, if you wait a couple of years, the rides kind of wear down and they tear down, and it feels really uncomfortable, you know, such as a lot of the rides abroad kind of are a bit rickety. They always call it a rickety roller coaster because it's just not very nice anymore. It's a bit uncomfortable, but the Smiler right now is quite smooth, so please guys, go on it now. Trust me, you won't regret it. Genuinely, they are so safe, so fun. And like I said, it's a world record breaking coaster. Who wouldn't want to be a part of that history, be a part of that movement, be a part of that experience that other people get to experience, and some people don't ever get to experience it. Remember guys, you know, some people that are abroad, especially right now during coronavirus and stuff, people can't come to the UK unless it's for work, which means that people that are abroad can't even go on the Smiler right now, yet you have an option to. The park opens April the 12th under the COVID guidelines, which means that the Smiler will reopen on that date with a bit of luck, you know, making sure that the whole tests go right. So please guys, honestly, you are the only chance in the world. You are the population in the world that have the only chance to go on it this year. Now finally, I want to talk about the social media aspect of it. Now a lot of people, a lot of, like, I would say 20-year-old couples, like, you know, 20, 21, or even like a group of girls, you know, going on a trip out, or a lot of boys going on a trip out, they tend to take photos outside of the Smiler, and it seems to be quite trendy to do that, you know, using the hashtag Alton Towers, you know, fun day out, you know, stuff like that. It's really trendy to take pictures outside of the Smiler, which I know a lot of, you know, people nowadays kind of use social media as an ego boost and a confidence boost. So, you know, getting a lot of likes, you know, may encourage you guys to actually go on the Smiler and have a fun time like that. So I do recommend that as well. You know, the Smiler is very popular and unpopular at the same time. People tend to hate it, yet people tend to take photos outside of it. It's so weird. I guess it's in a way they're kind of saying, oh look, I've braved it, I've came out alive kind of thing. Yet again, that's not a bad attitude to have, to say that, you know, people are like, oh, I survived the Smiler. You know, some people, you know, got injured and stuff, which is obviously horrible, but unfortunately people do think that way. Yet I guess that is, if that helps you like build the confidence to go on the Smiler, then let that be your confidence, in my opinion. But cheers everyone. Honestly, the Smiler is so fun, and it's so underrated because a lot of people on YouTube and social media give the Smiler such a bad name, and some people do it for clout and fame, and to kind of, you know, start arguments and stuff, which is good. You know, a lot of people tend to use it like that, and that's not me calling out everybody. Like, that's just me kind of saying my opinion. And some people just genuinely don't like it because it's not for them. You know, maybe there's too many loops for them. Maybe it makes them feel nauseous and stuff like that. Which obviously I can understand that as well. You know, 14 loops, that does make you quite dizzy. But if you're young, especially like kind of my age, then it should be absolutely fine because you don't necessarily get as dizzy as adults. And that's what I mean by the whole get on it whilst you're young type mindset as well. Because also when you get older, not only does the ride break down, but also your kind of mentality breaks down. You know, you don't want to go on rides anymore, especially like my mum. She used to love rides, and then now she's had me as a baby. She doesn't like him anymore. We took her on Spinball Wizard and she thought she was going to die, you know. So, you know, get on them while you're young, you know, have fun at theme parks, have a great day out, have a great time, you know, create memories, create everlasting memories. And I think that's the reason why I created this channel, because I want I want the memories to last for me, and I want something to look back on when I'm older to say, theme parks were so much different back then than they are compared to now. Like, think about people that were in the 80s. The Smiler didn't exist. But in 2013, it sure damn exists, and in 2013, a lot of people enjoyed that ride. It's only when the press and the media, which obviously the press and the media pretty much ruin everything, they gave it a bad name that people got scared of it. So I say, have that 2013 mentality, have that get on it while you're young mentality, and just give it a go. It's like, do you know when people tell you to try food, and it's like, just give it a go? And I think that's what you should all do with the Smiler. Anyways, I know that I probably haven't helped, but if I could just help one person be encouraged to go on the Smiler, that means the world to me. So if you have been encouraged to go on the Smiler, please go to the comments and tell me, you know, do you want to go on the Smiler now? And also, what are your opinions on Smiler? And also, help each other out, guys. You know, put in the comments your advice on how to get over your fear of the Smiler. Anyway, guys, I've been Theme Park Magic or Hadley, and I will see you all later.